guys. My name is Shiv'on Monique and welcome back to my channel. I wanted to talk about today surrender. I feel like for me, I don't think life got good for me and like I really started experiencing the peace of God in my life until I was okay with surrendering to God. I think what took so long for me to surrender to God, I was afraid. I grew up in the church and my idea of surrendering, I was like, I do not want to be no preacher. I don't want to live no boring life. I want to have fun. I still want to do me. And I just kept putting it off so many times over and over again because I just thought like I was going to live this very mundane, boring Christian life. And honestly, this thing, we're running, we're trying to find peace, we're trying to find joy and happiness, and we're doing it like through worldly things. And when I say worldly, I mean things of this world. Like most people try to find it in a relationship. Most people try to find it in drinking, doing drugs, going out, just trying to find ourselves. And period, I was running from my purpose, running from the purpose that the person that I was supposed to be. And God was like, I'm gonna get your attention by any means necessary. And I kept having these reoccurring dreams that I was going through this loop in this car. And at the end of it, I would crash. And I had this dream literally every month for weeks and weeks and weeks. I was so out of control with my life. Like nothing was going right. And not the regular, oh, I'm just experiencing the ebbs and flows of life. Like literally, I had no joy. I had no peace. And I just felt empty. I just felt like I was just walking through life purposeless. And to me, when you start to feel that way, that is God, the universe, whatever you believe in, pushing you to a greater purpose. He's pushing you to leave the circle of friends that you're with. He's pushing you to leave maybe even where you live or get out of a relationship. A lot of us are in relationships that we ain't supposed to be in. That person is truly draining you of the person that God wants you to be and do. And until you remove these certain things and people out of your life just ain't gonna be good. It's just not. And I thank God for the protection. I thank God for the angels that protect us from things that we think we want and don't give us things in our timing, but comes in divine and perfect time. So I was running and running, and finally I was like, okay, I'm a surrender. And I realized that surrender was not about becoming a perfect person. Surrender was not being perfect in religion, whatever you believe in. It was literally saying, hey, literally saying that I am okay with getting silent for a season. If that means I don't have to do anything and just really becoming the person that I was sent here to be. And I think that's what surrender is about. I think surrender is about alignment, coming into alignment with who you really are supposed to be. And I just felt that it was a time period where I changed my number. I didn't have a phone. No one was reaching out to me. I deleted all my social media. I literally shut down everything and said, I can no longer live how I'm living, God. Show me how I can be and do all you call me to be and do. And those seasons were tough. I remember I would wake up every morning, read my Bible, and TBN was on a loop. Like it was a marathon, like I was watching anybody could watch. Joel Osteen, Joyce Myers, Creflo Dollar, TD Jakes, Bishop Hagee, like literally like people I don't watch now, but my soul was craving something that I couldn't get from the world, that I couldn't get from the certain group of friends I was in, that I couldn't get from the parties, the alcohol, the accolades. It was just like I would get these highs and then I would get these super empty feelings. And God's like, come on, come on. The universe is like, come on, I got some for a person who feels like life is just in this weird space that if you try to explain it to someone, all you can say is, I don't know. I don't know. That's because God is truly calling you and petitioning you like, yo, hello. I got something so much greater for you. If you just surrender for a year, 6 months, 4 or 3 months, whatever it is, I will show you. And it doesn't mean that life is going to get boring. I'm not a perfect person by any means necessary. I'm still having fun. I'm having way more fun because I have peace now. And I know that I can go to God, and God is with me. I have so much more joy now. Every day is not perfect, but it's unexplainable what it's like to surrender to God. And so if you were like me, if you're afraid to think like, man, I ain't trying to surrender. I don't want to be no Christian. I don't want to be no Muslim. I don't be whatever. Just know that surrender has nothing to do with what you've been taught. It's literally about just a personal declaration to yourself so that you can be all that you were put here to be, and so that you can fully embrace peace. I'm telling you, there's nothing like peace in this world. If I could pay for anything and peace was the last thing that I could get, I would pay for peace. So here is one of the best New Year's that you ever had. Let me know if you have problems or questions about surrendering, and let's talk about it. All right, guys, I will see you in the next video. I love you so much.